I'll start by saying that it was great to be back here. I think the world of this place, I think the world of this university, I think the world of the men's basketball program here. I think very highly of Coach Manning and his staff, and they do things the right way. And it's fun to come back and play. You know, at the end of the day, they made winning plays down the stretch that we didn't make. That being said, I'm proud of our team, the wherewithal that we showed, you know, through some adversity early, which was, you know, self-induced in a lot of ways, to come back and you know, as it starts to get blurry a little bit, to fight back and take the lead with right around 2 minutes to play, when you start the game down 21-3, says something about our young men. And it's a process of learning how to win and making those winning plays down the stretch. But, you know, again, they did, and they're very well coached, and they have a very talented team. So, you know, they deserved it, and they went and took it at the end. And we'll learn from it, and we'll move forward. But again, it's a wonderful place. It's like home for me and my family. And you know, they have wonderful young men on their team. Have the highest respect for Brandon Childress. What a wonderful young man he is. Obviously, he's a very good player as well. So we'll learn from it. We'll move on, and then, you know, we move into league play this weekend, and we certainly look forward to that as well.
Mark, did you feel like there was? I mean, I know you kind of just touched on it, but did you feel like there was a lot going for you after the first 7 or 8 minutes?
No, I didn't. You know, you look up and we've had a couple starts like that, and we talked as a team after that. You know, our willingness to fight back and sort of counterpunch, and it's good to see, because, you know, we had a couple games earlier in the season that maybe in that same situation we didn't counterpunch, but it says a lot about who our kids are. They're wonderful kids. They're so much fun to come and coach every day. They're very good student athletes, and they showed that fight that we've been hoping that they would. But that's who they are, and that's why we're not panicking at the first media timeout and screaming and yelling and all that other stuff that my father may have done. We're not going to do that, because we were anxious to see our response, and they did that, and that's totally on those kids in the locker room. They made a bunch of plays throughout the game to put themselves in a situation to win. Again, but at the end of the day, Wake Forest, you know, made enough plays down the stretch to win the game, and made those winning plays that we did.
Coach, you don't play with a lot of size. You have a positive rebounding advantage for the season, and you battled a pretty tall Wake Forest team well on the boards today. What's kind of the key to making that happen?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little bit about our identity, and we want to be physical. We want to be hard to play against. I think for some stretches of this year we have been. You know, our defensive field percentage that we're giving up and things like that. There's things that we need to continue to get better at. But at the end of the day, you can do rebounding drill after rebounding drill. It's just sometimes just comes down to who wants it more. We don't make any excuses. We don't make any excuses about the size of our guys, the athleticism, the height. It's about our heart. And at the end of the day, you know, I need glasses. You know, I can't see this. I don't know if we out-rebounded today or not. But, you know, it came down to, a lot of it came down to, and it's not about one play. There's a multitude of plays that lead up to that. But, you know, the free throw blockout was a huge play at the end of that game. And that's the one that will stick out in our mind. I think we battled. I think, you know, the big kids that we have were warriors. Carlos Dotson was a warrior, and taking nothing away from anybody else, but, you know, was the best big kid on the floor today. And he does that. He gives us that identity, and so the other guys fought as well. So it's something that we take very seriously, and we still need to get better and better at it.
What did the pregame ceremony mean to you?
It meant a lot. It certainly, you know, when we spoke earlier about it, wasn't something they needed to do at all. This place is very special to me and to my family, no matter what. So it's very much appreciated, but certainly wasn't necessary. But we'll treasure that, and my kids will get a kick out of it when they see it when we bring it home. But yeah, there's nothing that could happen that could make us have any more affinity for this place or this athletic department or this program. The way they treated us for 6 years, my father was here, and then you know, for several years after, is second to none, and we'll never forget that.
When did Wake reach out to you about that? Is that been in the works for a couple weeks?
Yeah, it was very, it wasn't that big. It just, hey, we may do this before, and I do think similar, and it's not ever going to be about me. It's not ever going to be about. It's going to be about our kids in the locker room. So, they're the guys that fought, and they're the guys that made all the baskets and got all those rebounds today. So, it's and probably similar to my father in that way. It's not, believe me, it's not. It's never going to be about me or our coaching staff. But again, it was something that means a lot. It was a wonderful thing to do, and we certainly appreciate it.